Yo, I'm coming at you guys with another book review. This is one that's been literally I've seen as a recommendation on every single video ever on like, hey, if you need a good bro book, or like, hey, here's top 10 books to get you into reading, or like, hey, these are my top 10 favorite books. Every single time this fucking series comes up, Red Rising series, I'm going to be talking about specifically the second book, the Golden Sun book. Yeah, first impressions, this book was so much better than the first book. I honestly didn't even really enjoy the first book that much. It was just like a sci-fi Hunger Games, and I don't really like sci-fi and fantasy that much. I just don't in general, but I wanted to try this book because I just hear everybody and their mom yapping about it. So I read the first one. Didn't love it, but I liked how it ended, and I was very intrigued by the character Darrow, and I was like, fuck it, I want to find out what is so good about this goddamn series, because most people said the first one is the worst one. So I was like, okay. This shit, and it was decent. Like, I didn't hate it, but I was like, okay. So I was excited to read Golden Sun. Now, I did read this very quickly. I read like the last 250 pages basically in one sitting, damn near, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. Getting to actually know this world and how it worked was so much more fun than the first book. Like I said, the first book was just like literally sci-fi Hunger Games. Like, there's no other way to put it. Just a big battle royale, but with teams, and it was cool. And you got to learn some things, and we got to know a little more about Darrow and like the tactics and the strategy for this big game / battle royale. But overall, it wasn't my favorite. So Golden Sun really actually dove deep into this stuff with the different, political pieces to it, the different houses, how all these things work, what Darrow's place is going to be. We get a pretty good twist right near the end, and then we get a really, really interesting ending that definitely threw me off. So I loved all that. I will be getting into some spoilers, so just a heads up. Actually, I'm going to be fucking getting those spoilers right now. I really like that Severo is a red and a gold. I thought that was really, really cool. I thought it was well done, and I think it made sense for his character, how he's kind of rough around the edges, how he's like following Darrow around. It didn't really seem like he was like any of the other golds. So knowing that he had that kind of red and gold, he had the different outlook than the rest of golds, was really cool. I like that a lot. That was a great twist, a great opening. And then obviously his dad being Ares, the one that's been in charge of this entire Darrow operation and fighting against the system and all that, him being a gold was a pretty good twist as well. I really did not expect that. And I honestly expected Ares to be Darrow's dad. That was my prediction, because I was like, there's only so many characters it could be, right? So, that was my guess, but it being Fitchner was really cool. I liked it. It fit well. It made sense. And I was actually going to be a little disappointed if it was his dad, because I was just like, the fake death thing, we already know that they've done it with him. You know what I mean? With Darrow, I didn't really want to be like, oh, we can just do that every single time and it always works. Even though they did it with Titus too, so I guess it fucking does work every time. But yeah, everything about this was cool. Some cool sci-fi space battles, on the ground action as well. Some brutality, some really cool scenes of Darrow really just like falling into the place he needs to be, being this fucking leader, this martyr that he has to be, is really fucking cool. I really like the part at the gala where he decides not to bomb them and is like, you know what, I'm going to start a civil war in this bitch, and does this whole performance. And honestly, everything else just falls into his lap exactly how he needed it to. With the Sovereign basically stopping the fight because he was about to kill Cassius, even though, she originally said, hey, whatever happens, let him fight. So that was really cool. So I did really like this book. My only complaints with this book is just sometimes, I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb as shit, but like sometimes I feel like, what's his fucking name? Pierce Brown. I feel like sometimes he doesn't explain certain technologies or ships. Like, he'll just throw around these terms, and I think you're supposed to just use context clues, but sometimes I'm like, I don't fucking know what that ship is, or what that is, or what this dude does, or whatever. And maybe that's not even his fault. Maybe that's my fault, but I don't know. That was my, like, one complaint. And then, dude, fucking, why did he tell Mustang, bro? That shit was so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Like, maybe in the later books, it was, like, actually a good decision, but he's a fucking idiot for that, bro. Fuck her. Who cares? She's a gold. She's one of the elites. You fell for her, bro. You're an idiot for that. Why would you fall for her? She sucks. Like, no, she doesn't. She's a great character, but like, bro, stick to the mission. What are you doing? That's literally gave up everything that your dead wife wanted, a better life for your family, and just a fair justice for all the Reds, all the lower colors, all the slaves. And you just wanted to risk all of that to tell her because you fell in love with her, bro. That shit honestly pissed me off so fucking much. Darrow, you were literally a dog in my eyes, but after that shit, dude, you fell down my scale a little bit. That was some fucking dumb shit, man. That was some horror movie character decision type deal. But anyway, the twist at the end was really good. You know, how they found out. My question is this, and I'm sure, like, without spoiling the next book, I'm sure someone can explain this to me. But what I didn't understand is, like, so they found out, right? So Roke, whatever his name is, he, like, found out Ares, you know, was Fitchner and killed him. Found out Darrow was a Red, and we're like, haha, we know who you are now. So are we basically supposed to assume that was Mustang who gave that up? Or it seemed like the Jackal figured it out, but how would the Jackal have figured it out? It didn't really make any sense to me, like how everyone figured out, unless we're just supposed to assume as the audience it was Mustang, but we never really find out. So maybe I missed something there. But the Jackal's a great character. I liked him. You knew he was going to betray Darrow, but he really never had the means to, because Darrow was always kind of in the position of power. And then once Jackal kind of got into that position of power, he immediately betrayed everyone, which you knew he was going to do. So I don't know if he was going to do that either way, even if he didn't find out Darrow was secretly a Red or not. So yeah, just those were my couple little questions on that. But other than that, it was definitely the better of the two books. I'm going to take a little break before I read the third. These are the last two fiction books I've read, was the first one and now the second one. And I kind of want to just go back to the real world for a little bit for a couple of books. So it might be a while before I read the third. Also, like, I really don't want to commit to reading all 6 of them. That's kind of my other issue. When I picked this first book up, I thought there was only 3, because it says the complete Red Rising trilogy, and then I look online and there's 6 books. I'm kind of not trying to read 6 of these. I don't know if I like it that much, but either way, this shit just keeps you so locked in the whole time. And it's written so smoothly where you don't even know you're reading, bro. It just flies through this shit. So, really great story, really great characters. I'm just not a big sci-fi and fantasy guy, so it's not my personal favorite, but I see the appeal, and I'm excited to read the third book. I hope it's really good. I hope Darrow does some shocking stuff. I hate that he told Mustang that. Severo's a dog. Ragnar's a dog. Jackal's a dog. I fuck with him. He's cool. The Pax's family, they're all cool as shit. Yeah, dude, good fucking book. I'm excited to read the third one. Anyway, that's my review for Golden Son. I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. That's pretty good. It was fun read for sure.